here for Ride TV. Chad Prather and the NFR is in Vegas. Yes! Woo! Take me now, Lord, take me. Before child support and my truck payments due, take me now. I'm telling you, folks, this is my city. I love this place. I said earlier, I did get married there. And you know, I do think the reason this marriage took and the other two didn't, I finally married a country girl, yeah. Married a farm girl from New Jersey. A lot of you don't realize Jersey's the garden state. Did you know that, sir? New Jersey's the garden state. Dude, you wouldn't believe it. First time I ever went there, I couldn't believe it. Beautiful Jersey tomato, corn, peaches, and they've got jet black topsoil there. It is. And the reason being, that's where the mob buries all the bodies, dude. And I don't know if you people know any Italians, they're incredibly high in potash, phosphorus, and nitrogen. It's a really good double crop system. I still farm, as far as the IRS is concerned. Boy, the last 8 years, I wouldn't have said that, but for the last year, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter. I figure people in Washington got worse things to worry about than me now, I can tell you that. So, the truth being, I still farm a little bit, and I do farm mushrooms, which is a weird thing to admit. I farm mushrooms, and you know, because, hey, I do it in the hog buildings. Okay, that didn't sound right. I grow mushrooms in the hog buildings. And here's the funny thing about that. I sell a lot of them directly from the farm to table, to people at farmers markets and to restaurants. People have huge misconceptions about farmers. And I deal with this all the time. So I'm at a farmer's market, and you meet some really weird people. This lady comes up, my son-in-law's there with me. He said, Dad, don't talk to people a lot. I know how you are. Because the older I get, the more I'm like that cat in that movie, Gran Torino, Clint Eastwood's character. Get off my porch, get out of my yard. This lady comes up to me, and she says, excuse me, is this a real farm, or is this a corporate farm? I go, ma'am, me and my son-in-law own this farm, and my brother, and my sister. She goes, well, good. I said, I've got to know one thing. Are these mushrooms non-GMO? They mushrooms. You don't grow them with a seed, ma'am, they mushrooms. Okay, well, that's good. Are they gluten-free? Ma'am, let me tell you something. These are mushrooms. There's no wheat in them. There's only gluten in wheat. Well, you're misinformed. No, you're misinformed. So now I'm getting pretty ticked off of this lady. Then she looks at me and goes, well, good, because, you know, I won't eat anything that's got GMO in it. I go, ma'am, don't look like you've missed too many meals to me. Then she looks at me and says, well, sir, there's one last thing I need to know before I buy your mushrooms. Are they organic? I go, ma'am, let me tell you something. I picked these mushrooms this morning, and if you saw what they're grown in, that's as organic as it possibly gets. If you don't believe me, smell my finger. That smell don't come off. Let me tell you something. My wife growing up out in the country on a farm, she's learned to do all kinds of great things. She loves living on a farm because we like to fish. How many of you like to fish? Yeah. I used to have a television show called Fishing for Laughs, the first ever comedy fishing show. And that's true, ma'am. I love your laugh. You're wonderful. And so I'm telling you, my wife likes to fish. Being from Jersey, she likes to fish. So I've taught all my daughters. See, I've had 3 wives, 3 mother-in-laws. That's a lot of mother-in-laws. And ain't none of them been particularly fond of me for some reason, dear, and I ain't figured out why. Now I have 3 daughters. I've had 3 wives, 3 daughters, 3 mother-in-laws. Now I have 6 granddaughters. It is an estrogen fest at my house, folks. I'm telling you right now, I'm the kind of guy, when I'm on the road by myself in my hotel, I still put the seat down. Just in case the maid has to go, because I'm considerate like that, dear. I used to say the Lord has blessed me with 3 wives and 3 beautiful daughters. No, the Lord blessed me with 3 daughters. I'm pretty sure the Lord was nowhere near that debacle of the 3 wives. I'm pretty sure the devil was involved heavily with that, dear. But he has given me 6 beautiful granddaughters, and I taught all my girls how to fish, hunt, shoot, change a tire, work on the farm, drive any piece of equipment they got. So my wife's a good fisherman. She can cast out, reel in. She got a weird Yankee kind of cast. She swings a rod like slinging a bat and can chunk it a mile. So my grandbabies, my 2 oldest grandbabies, Cheyenne and Lacey, said, Papa, we want to go fishing back in the fall. Now, I got a 10-acre pond, 20 acres of pasture with about 12 shaggy-headed old red Angus there. So we go down to the pond, and I say, well, girls, go by the shop, get any rod you want. I got 29 rods hanging up. But no, that's not what they want. They got to have their own fishing rod. I said, well, you're not getting your own fishing rod. But we want it. Well, you're not getting it. So I'm at Walmart buying them a fishing rod. The oldest got a Mutant Ninja Turtle fishing rod. That was easy. The youngest granddaughter wanted one of those stupid frozen fishing rods. You know what I'm talking about, the movie Frozen? Let it go. Yeah, you know how hard that is to find? I couldn't even find it on Amazon. So we're down at the pond fishing. And we're down there, my wife's casting out, reeling in, taking the fish off, doing it all. And the girls are useless. Pop, bait the hook, take the fish off. I can't even get a pole in the water. And the cows come up, because you cowboys know, cows are curious animals. They're always wanting to know what you're doing. We're down there fishing, the cows come up, and this one big red Angus gets right tied in behind my wife. And she doesn't know it, she's reeling in. And all of a sudden it's sniffing. And I'm waiting for this cow to go, and my wife's gonna jump in the pond, and I am gonna wet my pants laughing. My wife reels in, swings back, the cast out, and caught that cow in its upper lip. That's what my cow said. Whoa! This cow takes off running. My wife swings around, stripping line, looks over and goes, what do I do? Set your hook, baby! Back pedal, keep your rod tip up, girl. You got him. Dig your heels in, dig your heels in. Come on, baby. Set the drag. You guys laughed. My wife landed 1,100-pound red Angus on 8-pound test line. We hold the state record in North Carolina for red Angus on trilene spider wire, buddy. That's pretty good right there. Let me tell you something. This is my favorite time of the year because it's football season. And I love this, and I'm not fond of the pros, especially this year. I'm not too crazy about college, but I love high school football. And I think the reason I enjoyed high school football so much is because I played high school football, yeah. From 72 to 80, best 8 years of my life, yeah. And back in the day, we were farm boys, little 2A school. And we were twisted steel and sex appeal, yeah. You wouldn't know this, honey, but let me tell you something. Until I was 45 years old, I'm 59 years old, until I was 45, I had washboard abs, yeah. Now I got a washer-dryer combination. But back in the day, we were tough. We were farm boys in a 2A school. And back then, they don't have the rules they got now. They just passed a stupid law in North Carolina that a kid has to pass his grade and attend school to play high school sports. Are you kidding me? How are we ever going to compete with the SEC if a kid's got to go to class? Are you kidding? Well, we didn't have that back in the day. I played ball with guys that didn't even go to school, just showed up for practice, yeah. Let me tell you something, buddy. I don't want to toot my own horn. I don't want to brag. But I'm within 20 pounds of what I played high school ball at right now. And I played from 72 to 80 for 8 years. All 3 senior years, I was team captain. That's awesome. I don't care who you are. My 3rd senior year, they made me assistant coach, dude, because I had that program figured out, pal. And we would beat those 4A schools in Raleigh like a redheaded stepchild. Yeah. Of course, we should. Most of us are 26, 27 years old. I mean, you can't beat a 17, 18-year-old. What good are you? I'll never forget, though, my 3rd senior year, guys. I was playing nose tackle, middle linebacker. This team called Garner. Some of you may have heard of Garner. It's where Scotty McCreary's from, good kid. And I'm telling you, that's a big 4A school, and we had to play them, and every year, man, we would beat the snot out of them. And this year, they had a kid that was an all-state running back. And he tried to bring it into the middle on me. Ain't happening, ain't likely. He'd run it up the middle, bam, I'd eat his lunch, take him out. After a few plays, they decided to pitch it to him on the outside. They pitched it to him. He grabs it, he's running down the sideline hard as he can. 3 of us are chasing him, and they're just about to tackle him. And all of a sudden, I look up, there's a 10-year-old kid going, tackle him, Daddy, tackle him, Daddy. Let me tell you something, folks. When you and your kid ride the same bus, that's something special right there. By golly, that's good as it gets, I'm telling you. I still farm the home place where I was born and raised, a little 100-acre farm south of Raleigh. How many of you folks in here from Texas? Anybody from Texas? Are you really? God bless you people. I'm gonna tell you something. Every time I go to Texas, I find out in a hurry, you people didn't get the memo. You're part of the U.S. They still think they're a separate country. I was in West Texas, outside of Lubbock. I was in Lubbock doing a show, and I said, I farm 100 acres. Old boy from Texas looked over me and went, 100 acres? My garden's 100 acres. He said, I get in my truck first thing in the morning. It takes me a half a day just to get across my farm. I said, dude, I used to have a truck just like that. You change the fuel filter, you could zip right across that farm. I'm so proud of the fact I got me a Ride TV hat. Y'all notice that? Yeah. I love that fact, man. I collect hats. I collect farm hats. I got about 300 because I predominantly do ag business corporate shows. And I wear a hat because of this. Oh, you want to laugh. The women look and go, look, he lost his hair. No, I didn't. I know where every bit of it is. It's on my back, shoulders, feet, and butt. I ain't lost not one hair. It just migrated right on down. I don't even buy head and shoulders no more. I buy head, shoulders, back, feet, and butt, man. But I put that hat on. You couldn't tell, could you, dear? You had no idea. That's a redneck toupee right there, sweetheart. That is a country hair club for men, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. You couldn't tell I'm a man with little hair. And I take it off. See, if you think about it, ladies, me wearing a hat is like a woman wearing a Wonder Bra. Boy, it looks good on. You take it off, it's a big disappointment for everybody. That's false advertising is what that is. I love it, though. I'm wearing a hat like that. And I can't complain. I've been married. I'm a good salesman. Let me tell you something. I got married 3 times with these looks and that hair. I can sell anything. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much. Hope you enjoyed the show. God bless you.